Welcome home, Weebling. How was your week? Let me tell you about mine. It's all on Twitter. That's right, this video is all a filler recap of what happened on Twitter last week. So, lay down, take a blanket, and snuggle in. It's pillow talk. So, let's see what happened last week. The Filipino artists are being unfairly targeted. It appears that after the whole election thing going on the Philippines, a lot of commissioners have started cancelling their commissions from the Filipino artists. What seems to be going on is that the current score for the election lead is the son of the previous dictator. It really seems like the people of Philippines were voting for this to happen. And as we all know, nobody outside the country likes dictatorship. So they decided the best thing they could do is to not support the voters by cancelling the commissioned work. There seems to be talk about the votes being rigged, but I wouldn't know. Very unlikely, considering the history. But still. What are you guys doing? Just because the election is going towards the dictatorship, that doesn't mean the entire country voted for it. You're just gonna jump to conclusion and blame literally everyone like that? Just because sanctioning Russia because you don't support the country's decision is a good way to farm good boy points doesn't mean it's going to work everywhere. Okay, how would you feel if everyone dropped your commissions when Donald Trump was elected? Yeah, somehow I managed to sneak in a Donald Trump into this. I'm going to take a bet and say that these artists most likely have nothing to do with this. For you Filipino artists out there, here's a thread you could use. Go on, voice your true voice, tell the world you have nothing to do with this country's madness. Get your pay. Next. This. Alright, before I say anything stupid, I'm laying out all my cards. Yeah, I did all that. I won't take this down, but I probably won't be doing it again. I probably don't have much ground to stand on after that, though. I thought what I did was kind of bad, but this is just bad, you know what I mean? For those who don't know, Cimrai, a VTuber last week, got into a bit of a situation with Lolcon stuff involved. Cimrai broke another war, I guess. Cimrai is another VTuber who was in a really rough controversy a few months back regarding her art contest. But this isn't about Cimrai. That's old news. This is about an offensive art. No, not. Well, yes and no. It's not about Lolcon, but it also is kind of. When I say it's offensive art, I mean this person decided to involve an artist who had nothing to do with this and probably don't speak English very well either, making that artist draw a lewd lolly hentai of the character out of malice, and on top of it tag Cimrai just to definitely let her know. I mean, look, if you're gonna be an ass, at least do it yourself. Like me. Yeah, I probably don't. To further the issue, now it turns out someone took Cimrai's real face and put in on said art. Why would you even do that? Cimrai hates us, but she doesn't go out of her way to attack us like this. You dinguses just get them a reason to respond with force. The lolly show community is already in a bad spot as it is. I don't think we needed this. The artist made a statement regarding it and has said the situation was unknown and has decided to take down the art from Twitter and Pixiv. Unfortunately, Scab doesn't allow that, so it looks like it will remain there. Yeah, as mentioned at the start, I am kind of guilty of doing this too. Still, I think what happened here is just the worst case of harassment drawing, I suppose. Involving an innocent artist and then start tagging the victim and then slapping the IRL face of it as an extra piss. I don't know about that. Cimrai has her opinion. I don't hate her for it, and I understand why she thinks we are wild people. But whatever happened here just gave her another reason to just hate all of us now. Surely, she is understandable and has told everyone to not attack the artist, as the artist is basically innocent. And I would say the same thing. Next topic. Now, this isn't Twitter, but something I saw on Facebook. It's not a raging topic, but I felt that this was something worth talking a little bit about. While India is burning down due to a massive heat wave, we all are just talking about celebrities doing stupid shit. The unfortunate truth is this is just how information works. I may try to explain it in my way. Why are we talking about the lawsuit? The lawsuit is happening in America. This is where most of the mainstream media is located. If you want any news regarding the heat death of a country, you need to send people moving. In comparison, the lawsuit is just the easiest choice to cover. To top it all off, one of the strongest news sharing right now are internet people giving out their opinions of a topic. Like me. I'm not popular. Such as Asmongold, the popular Home Alone millionaire streamer, smart, charismatic, and full of good words. In the case of the lawsuit, every minute a new information pops up. This information can be critiqued and talked about. It doesn't stop before long. What are they going to talk about during a fire in India? Oh, it's burning. Well, it's burning. That's it. There is no topic. It is one short, simple, horrific fact, but there is no content from that. You have all the information you need, and we'll just move on. If you are in need of a tragedy right now, we got an ongoing war in Ukraine right now. Now, it is a war zone, so it fails the requirement of local quick news, quote quote. But it fulfills an even more important requirement. Every minute a new information pops up. This is the unfortunate truth about discussion topics. Long but detailed mundane topics brings out questions. Short on point topics only brings few questions. This video should be an example why this is how it works. I am sorry it had to be this way. Next is a VTuber got kicked out of a networking group for having a lolly model. Well, okay then. This topic was covered by our favorite retweeter, Kuririnji. Let's take a look at these screen caps. The VTuber in question, Mizuhana, has expressed his experience with a networking group and how he felt betrayed by his friends. He has written a tweet longer about it, so we can take a look at this now as well, as it is part of this thread. So the story goes, he was part of a group called VTuber Den, run by Dragon Mummies. He made some friends there and actively supported them. It all fell apart when he commissioned art of his new character for his stream. The art reference had some partial nudity. He had been sharing with his group and got mostly positive feedback. A day later, all his friends suddenly decided this was bad and told him to delete all image sent through the Discord message. Shortly after, he had a talk with the owner of the Discord on Twitter, and shortly after that, a ban from the server, in accusation of spreading child porn and target harassment. Okay then, over the next month, he had been trying to connect with his old friends, all futile efforts. They ghosted him, and a few of them even banned him on the Twitch channel. This almost hits home. To think my first video is going to be this relatable. Well, let me tell you a little bit of a story. I will derail from the topic a little bit. Before I became a pillow of damnation, I had a fairly small stream going. I was part of a Smash community, imagine. I hung out with 3 streamers regularly. I wouldn't call them friends, but really good acquaintances, if I had to pick something. I have a very high bar of what makes a friend. Anyway, I hung out on their streams as often as I could, because I really enjoyed the energy and the creativity. They even brought me to Twitch affiliate status at one time. I loved being with them. I did one blunder though, that ruined everything. My Twitter was public. You can probably imagine how bad it went from there, but I'll tell you anyway. One of them saw how wild my Twitter was in regards to lolly content. He wasn't shy about it though. Props to him. He confronted me about it while on stream, saying he didn't know how to feel about it. Shortly after, he sent me a message on Discord, discussing with the rest of the group, and came to an agreement that it was best to not involve themselves with me anymore. I couldn't respond or even just say, okay, because he and the rest blocked me shortly after. I couldn't even send a simple goodbye. I was banned from their streams as well. I'm still in good terms with one of them though. He couldn't really associate with me publicly, so I'm still banned with him. We do chat once in a while. It's a little bit difficult now though, because I'm not part of his stream, you know. Well, interestingly, I was not angry. I understood how it felt for them, and how bad it would be for their community. The majority of the community was teens, and the youngest member was like 13. Me being there was probably a walking landmine to them. I decided to just leave it at that. To them, I was one of the closer members. Some of them even considered me friends, even though I never considered them to be my friends, but I'm sure it was a very tough decision on them. By the end of the day, they had to watch out for their youngest people. I sent them a donation with my final farewell. He really is a good person. I can't hate him. So, back to this topic then. Difference between me and Mizu? Mizu was lied to. I was not. I never told them or anyone what I was doing. Mizu did. Folks didn't pretend they were good with me. Mizu's folk did. And even wanted the message to be deleted so they can remove any trace. Ah, that's just trying to remove evidence of your backstabbing, buddy. I do wonder if these people were truly his friends, but I did mention that I do have a very high bar for what a friend really is. So I leave that to Mizu to decide on his own. What is up with this one? Age of consent in Japan is 13? Mate, this law is just there so kids can get hooked with other kids in the same age group without being jailed for it. Wink wink, Thailand. By the way, yeah. A relative of mine in Thailand just got jailed for fucking a girl. I believe he was 16 and the girl was let go though, if I remember. You're not allowed to have sex before you're 18 in Thailand. Yeah, back to topic. So yeah, that was kind of just an excuse for me to tell my little story, I guess, but I hope Mizu could continue what he wanted to, like I did. Even though his situation is just worse. Also, this is why I'm a little hesitant on dealing with these networking threads. You just know the majority of them is a giant lie. And that's what it for this week. I hope you snuggled down and ready to tuck in. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike. Stay alive. Until next time, don't die, and goodbye. Good night.